Low end, mid-range, and high-end or flagship. Those are usually the categories that a device will be placed in depending on price, performance, and of course, specs. We're in this weird space right now though with smartphones and pricing. People are calling the iPhone 11 mid-range, and while the specs might actually add up to a mid-ranger, the $700 price tag just doesn't. If anything, it's kind of blurring the lines between, mid-range and high-end, and it's lost somewhere in between. Even so, I think it's the iPhone that most should go for.
Baby, you're a masterpiece. You sweep me right off my feet. Oh baby, you're all that I need. But first things first, you gotta say please.
iPhone 11 is this year's cheapest iPhone, and it's replacing the well-received XR. I'll be comparing the 11 to the XR because a lot of people have that phone or are wondering, which one to get, the 11 or XR. At a glance, they're almost identical. Same dimensions, same screen, same resolution, same notch, same storage capacity. A lot's the same here, almost down to the look. However, we know that the back of the device is where the change in design takes place. Add a cube, punch in a dupe cheat for those cameras, take a flick at that Apple logo and an eraser to the iPhone label, voila! There you go, meet iPhone 11. I'm kidding. I mean, sure, on the outside, a lot seems identical, but Apple took something that was already great and managed to improve it while actually lowering the cost. Charging less money isn't something I thought Apple would ever do. Sure, iPhone 11 is still expensive. In my opinion, it's actually overpriced, even though I think it's a fantastic device. I mean, they still don't even include a fast charger in the damn box. A $700 device? Are you f***ing high, Apple? And I probably just pissed all up in and around some people's Cheerios. They're attacking that dislike button right now, but you know what? It's the truth, damn it. And if that hurts you, then I don't know, man. You need some help because you're spending $700. These things need to be brought up. All right, so rant over. What's actually improved on the iPhone 11? Does it actually make it better than the XR? The most noticeable improvement is to the already great camera. Now you've got two. The new ultra-wide sensor gives you some pretty creative looking shots if you get to know how and when to use it. I'll have another video specifically talking about the cameras, but these are some of, if not the best, cameras currently on the market, at least until the Pixel 4 drops. We'll have to wait and see. Of course, I'll be doing some comparisons between the two. In addition to that second shooter, we are finally seeing night mode on the iPhone. Better late than never, I guess. Some of the images are damn impressive too, if you can keep your hand steady enough. What's really awesome here is that iPhone can detect when it's very stable, like when on a tripod or something like that, and in return, it'll take longer exposed shots, providing some really impressive photos. iPhone 11 now has proper portrait mode as well that works with everything, not just people. Pets, food, coffee. You can now portrait shot to your heart's content, and for anyone that likes to take a lot of photos, I think this, along with all the other camera improvements, make this an easy choice. I'm not the biggest selfie taker, but hey, if you are, then you're gonna be happy to know that that also has been upgraded. You got an extra 5 megapixels along with being able to capture wider shots, and I'm not sure if portrait mode on the front has been improved or not, but it definitely provides better pictures than previously, or at least from what I can tell, it does. Don't quote me on that. Now, slofies is the new controversial thing this year, and a ton of people are hating on it, but I actually think it's kind of cool. Sure, it won't be used all the time, but how the f*** are people complaining about having more features? I'm all for the slofies. So specs and battery have both seen a boost this year as well, even though specs aren't really something people have to think about when purchasing an iPhone, as the software experience is just so well tuned. My iPhone 7 is still butter smooth, so I'm not gonna really repeat what every other tech reviewer is saying out there. Just know that the performance is phenomenal and it's about 20% faster than last year's iPhones. I will say that iOS 13 is a bit buggy right now, so you very well might run into some hiccups that are definitely an inconvenience, but I'm sure that will get smoothed out in the next update or two. Alright, so that battery I mentioned earlier, it's been great here. Can easily get me through an entire day. It's not as good as what Apple's provided here with the Pro and Pro Max, but it can definitely keep up. It'll give you about an hour or so more screen on time than what the XR provides. Overall, a really solid device, but as I stated before, the iPhone 11 and the XR have identical displays with identical resolutions and all the same identical features that come along with that same display. I'm pretty disappointed to see that there's no bump whatsoever when it comes to the pixel count. I mean, the iPhone 11 has just above a 720p display. In 2019, that's just unacceptable. Sure, it looks fine, actually looks pretty damn good, but for a $700 device, should have at least a 1080p OLED panel, considering that there's some $400 devices out there that come equipped with that. When you break it all down, it's pretty simple. I mean, if you want a bit of future proof with your device and you're all about getting the best possible pictures, go with the iPhone 11. It absolutely will not disappoint and it'll last 2 to 3 years longer than the XR, and those new camera upgrades are solid. If you're all about saving that money, you care more about value, the XR is no doubt the better value. Prices have come way down and you can get an XR for under $500 used, which I think is the proper price for Apple's budget options. Whatever you decide to go with, just know that they're pretty neck and neck, with the iPhone 11 pulling a bit ahead thanks to those camera upgrades and that little bit better battery life. That pretty much wraps up the video. Let me know what iPhone you plan on getting. If you guys enjoyed the video, remember, like that smash button, check out some other content, and you can make my day by smashing that subscribe button. I'm signing off. Catch you guys in the next one.